Shit's blinding me.
Man.
We is live.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Hasina.
Hey, it's Dr. Lanisha.
And it's your homegirl, Dr. Love. What's up? What's up?
Welcome to this very unexpected episode of When the Bras Come Off. Y'all already know what time it is. No scripts, no chasers. This is the podcast where we say the hard things out loud.
Hey, and we talking again, and very honestly about life and relationships.
And listen, we come here to be authentic, to keep it a buck, keep it real. We want to make sure we create a platform where everyone feels seen.
That's right. It really doesn't matter what your relationship status is. Single, dating, married is complicated. Whatever it is, it's going to be some gems dropped in this podcast for you.
Popped and dropped.
All the time. Pop, lock, and drop it. Okay. Look, so get on in here. Let's laugh. Let's reflect. But most importantly, let's take some actionable steps towards the life of your dream.
We are here to do the hard work and the hard work together. And y'all ready to go? I'm a little worried.
Why are you worried?
We've been live for 3 minutes and we just hopped out here. So ain't no telling what got picked up. Please.
We just hopped on where?
Man, they said we've been live 3 minutes. I just hope that our pre-show ain't show.
Right. No, man, say a minute 45. I don't know what you said.
Okay.
Mine said a minute 40. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we good.
I'm at 4. I'm like, oh, if they heard what we was talking about right before the show.
You gonna be talking about, oh yes, for real. Hey, y'all got any shout outs?
No shout outs that I can think of today.
Hey, shout out to us for being over 40.
Period. That's what today is
being
about.
Over 40.
Cause 42, who? What?
Period. And beautiful and energetic and spicy.
I love that for us.
Yes,
I do.
That. Ready.
Well, we're gonna talk about some of this shit that ain't so cute on this fourth floor of ours. So,
Yes.
let's go ahead and get into grows and glows. Okay.
Let's get into it.
So my glow is that I made it. Nigga, we made it. I made it, okay? My grow is that I have been having the worst time with my skin, and I've been taking a lot of steps to make sure my skin is great. So I got to figure this out. I got to figure it out because what? Oh, thank you, boo.
The struggle be real, but you look beautiful, so I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
You know what? I don't know. It might be this smooth skin filter I got on. I don't know.
It's a solution for everything. You could have
everything. What's y'all grows and glows?
Woo! You know what? My grow this week is parenting a teenager. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know. It's just one of those things that you wouldn't understand unless you're doing it or you've done it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently just collecting as much patience as I can, raising my son.
Yeah.
It's hard out here in these streets. I don't even know. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. He just getting tall and he getting handsome and he is just too much.
It's wild in the street.
My glow, on the other hand, is that we are so close. We are so locked in. And it's only up from here. As hard as it is raising a teenage boy, we still close. And that's saying a lot. So that's my grow and glow this week is my dear teenage son. Lord have mercy. Pray for me.
Ooh, I love it. Hey, Maya said you could have shouted her out.
My sister do deserve a shout out. That's my dog.
That's my dog. All right, I'll go real quick. My grow and glow is I'm going a little off kilter. Spiritually, my growing glow is like actually hearing and
Hmm.
having my brain quiet enough where I can get a download. And so I've been working on my relationship to Sky Pops,
I love
and just making sure that I'm open to whatever direction, he is requiring me to go. And so that's my grow and my glow. Like just being able to hear and
Mhm.
silence all the noise, all the stuff.
I love that.
Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to
That.
you. You
She
know
be
what? Shout out to us for all our glows and glows.
That's
Cause
critical. I love that.
man, look, y'all ready to get into the conversation today?
Is
voting over.
Hmm.
Yes, life
We,
over soda.
we are talking about life over or after 40, over 40, one of the two. But life after 40 is interesting, right? Because on one hand, you know more of who you are because you've had more life experiences. But on the other hand, you are still figuring out who you're becoming. And it has been interesting, at least for me, to be here. And I'm like, oh, okay, figuring that out. But damn, that shit I went through in my 30s or my 20s is starting to make sense now.
absolutely.
Um, it can be a season of confidence, but also questioning at the same time.
Yeah.
So let's get into life after 40. How do y'all feel about life after 40?
Mm. Well, who going first?
Dr. Love, you got it. You got it.
Uh, can you blow me up real fast, DJ?
All
Can
right.
you blow me up? Okay, so first of all, I want to say this. You gotta blow me up, sis.
Hold on, sis.
Okay. I'm like,
There
okay,
You
she
gotta
go.
go right there.
There she go.
okay. So first of all, I want to say that well, I ain't gonna try to disappear. Where y'all go?
That's
So
okay. Go ahead. Do your thing.
first thing I want to say is being over 40 and being in the best shape in my life, the best spiritual, position in my life, the best financial position in my life. I think when you're young, you like, oh, it's old. No, baby, it's bussing. If you've set yourself up, you know,
Mhm.
I think one difference, and I'm gonna get off this pedestal real fast. I think one difference with our generation is when we were younger, we had to go outside. We had to be active. I had to
Mhm.
jump double dutch. I had to bike ride. So it's ingrained in me. So now that I'm a mature woman, I can be physically fit because I enjoy it. I can eat good because, I earned it.
Mhm.
So I feel like life over 40 means finally taking rest and all the stuff, all the mistakes you made, all the hard work you did, everything that you've done up till now, and now you get a chance just to chill and lay back and do what the hell you want to do. So okay, I can get a little. That was
That
my
part.
little soapbox.
I love that. I love it. I love it. And I will just, I mean, you really nailed it, but I will say life after 40 is beautiful. I
Mhm.
don't wish I was 20. I don't wish I was 30. I'm so happy to be 42 right now, knowing the things that I know, learning the lessons that I've learned. Like you said, Dr. Love, it set me up to enjoy this phase of my life.
Yeah.
But what I will say to my 20 somethings is, baby, the time is going to fly.
It will.
Mhm.
I can remember being 25 like it was yesterday. And you may find yourself asking us 40 somethings, like, damn, where did it go?
Mm.
Mhm.
Where did the time go? Because
Where
it's
did it
going
go?
to fly. Like, you don't have forever. You got to put that work in them 20s if you want to enjoy these
Mhm.
40s. Ain't no way around it.
Yes. I ain't gonna lie. Remember in my 20s, honey, we was out pop locking and dropping. That's why my knees be a little messed up right now. But it's okay because I've been drinking my collagen,
Yeah, I know.
drinking my water, and minding my business. You know,
Absolutely.
being in my 40s has been really, really great, right? Like Dr. Love mentioned, we used to be like, oh my goodness, we're turning 40. I remember being afraid to turn 30 because I was
Yeah.
socialized to think that,
Yeah.
oh, getting older was horrible.
Yeah.
My goodness, today on this fourth floor, okay, in this fourth chapter,
Mm.
the air is cleaner, the air tastes better, like you know better now.
It's so
At least I do. I believe I know better. I believe that I have this no fucks given attitude. And I hear per Jill Scott that it only gets greater when you get in your 50s. So I
I
just
heard
cannot
that too.
wait. I cannot wait
I heard that.
to be that lady to be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I say that now, but I say that now sometimes. But yeah, 40 has been enlightening. 40 has challenged me to one, love my body. Like
Oh, that's
I feel
good.
like I took my body for granted when I was in my 20s and in my 30s. I'm like, yeah, I'm
That's
always gonna be
good.
fine. But then, which I feel like I'm always gonna be fine, but there are some definite like signs of aging that I can see, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Like wrinkles under my eyes, that mean I stay laughing. Okay. I stay laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 40 has been definitely enlightening for me. I'll say that. I'll
I
say
love
that.
it. I want to follow that up with a comment and a question. So
Mhm.
I think that there is a shedding that takes place when you cross that 40 threshold. You start to shed some things. And for me, I know that I shed this desire to meet other people's expectations.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm.
something that I shed. So I want to know what you ladies may have shed once you cross that 40-year-old threshold. What is something that you left behind gladly?
Well, and this is not a situation that it takes time to build, but for me, I started working for people. Now,
Oh, that's good.
granted, I was still doing some
That's
contracting, still
good.
connected, when I first turned 40. However, I'm in a little deep. So, but my thing is I need to be able to govern my time. I feel like my time is even more precious. And so I want to be able to govern my time, how I utilize it. I can't ask if I can go and when I can go. I don't want permission.
Mhm.
I
I
just
Yeah.
love that.
but for me, but I'm not wired right anyway. So it took for me to get to this age to say, girl, you're gonna have to figure out how to keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because damn well if you gotta clock in somewhere,
Ain't gonna work.
give them a hard time.
Mhm.
I
So
love that.
what about y'all?
Yeah. I gladly let go of the opinions of other people.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Gladly. This started like late 40s, I mean late 30s, but definitely in my 40s, baby, I don't care what you got going on, what you say about me. I don't care about the judgments of other people anymore. I don't compare myself because I understand that like, they got a story too. And where they are,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what they had to go through
that's
to get
right.
to where they are.
For real.
So the opinions, the judgment, the comparing myself to other people, oh, I gladly let that shit go because that shit had me, down in the
I love
dump,
it. I love it.
down bad.
I love it.
Can I do a quick
Mhm.
piggyback? I just want to say too, and I
Come
don't
on.
care about nobody else shit. I don't care about who you dating, who you fucking. I don't care about how many kids you get, how many baby daddies you get. I don't care.
I
I'm
love
at
it.
the age where I don't gossip. Please take. Now, if I'm having girl talk and we sharing some tea, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not finna be on social media caring about nobody business, nobody else. I don't care. I got enough going on in life.
I love that. I love that.
Soon, so that's another thing. What you
And
got?
I think one more, I'll round it out with one more. Saying no, but not just saying no, not feeling guilty about the no.
Mm-hmm. Nothing. No.
A lot of times, even if you're not a people pleaser, just your heart will want to be there for people, show up for people, do things for people. So you may stretch yourself a little bit too thin. I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
If it don't work for me,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a no.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm done stretching myself beyond what is acceptable to appease other people. Like it has to make sense for me. So saying no and not feeling guilty about it is definitely something that in the last few years I've mastered.
Mhm.
Let your no be no. It's a complete sentence and it does not require an explanation.
Mhm. And to that point, I'll be quick, Dr. Love.
Okay.
Pay attention to how people treat you after you tell them no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
They get irritated. We got a problem. But
That's
let
good.
me, do you all see any downsides to being, a mature woman or a mature person over 40? So I'm a give one.
Mm,
Um, I will leave their identity disclosed. But I was saying out with Buddy. I was saying out with Buddy. She a little older than me, but she gets kind of attentive to. I won't say fixated on.
okay.
Attentive to like her body appearance, and like Dr. Nisha, you was saying, like you do kind of start to observe signs of aging. But I noticed that she'll make comments about younger women, and my thing is, baby, you better hope you keep this train going like this when you this age. I don't give a damn. You better
Yeah.
hope when you this age
Yeah.
you got this going on, because people have health conditions. They have, I mean, you have children, things, and it's people passing on like
Yeah.
early. You
Yeah.
so my thing is, what do y'all think is like the downside of aging? Because for me, every year I consider it a blessing, but I know some people feel like, oh, this a little different.
Now,
Mhm.
when you first asked the question, I was ready to get up out of my chair and throw it out the window because the first thing that came to my mind was this goddamn menopause. Baby, these
Ooh.
hot flashes, okay? These night sweats,
Oh shit. Won't
that's
do it.
it. Like, honestly, that is the only thing that is sending me. And to
Mhm.
know that it's probably perimenopause, you mean to tell me this ain't even the full thing, dog? Like, this ain't even the full thing. Just
Oh,
be like,
man.
I cannot.
Ooh.
That's it for
Yeah.
me. Like that takes me. It takes me, but I just keep me a little cooling blanket, a little fan,
Mhm.
some water, baby, and I just had to pray my way through that thing.
Yeah. I
Period.
think the downside for me is trying to keep up with all of the changes and how to like remedy them, or like, for example, perimenopause. Child, ain't nobody told me
Ain't
nothing
nobody
about her
told
ass.
me nothing.
Ain't nobody told me nothing about her ass. But I'm like, all right, you lose collagen. All right, let me make sure I'm taking the collagen. Then if your joints is fucked up, take this, take that. And I'm like, okay, I gotta keep up with all
Don't
this
forget
stuff.
about the estrogen, baby.
Listen, I done got so that I don't know what to do. I done start growing my own damn food. I say, you know what?
You
I'm
sound
gonna just
hard.
grow. I'm gonna grow my own food. I'm gonna eat what I grow, and
Yeah.
then I'll see how my body is. But yeah, the downside is like trying to navigate it all as you're learning about the changes.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. Y'all know I love. Hey, I need to read this. What can I read? How can I prepare for things?
Yeah.
But there's been not a lot of preparation that I've been able to do with the changes. Now I ain't gonna lie, my little cellulite, I'll be like, well, damn, okay, hello.
She be
Like,
rearing her ugly head.
girl, I mean, she just came over and was like, I am here. Like, so you just gonna show up and then you gonna stay? You not leaving?
Okay. Okay, now I got to get managed.
Oh.
Now, how do I say this without getting
girl? No chaser.
I feel like for some men over 40. I feel like for some men over 40, their sexual drive is not as present, and that you gotta keep that present. You gotta because women in their 40s are at their prime. Everybody's heard that. But I'm a little concerned that sometimes, and I'm glad Jay White's here. Hey, I don't know who else here I can't see, but I feel like everyone needs to keep up with your regimens, with your vitamins, your healthy eating, your fitness. Like you gotta keep up, because if you get too comfortable, that could become an issue as you mature. If you just kind of get comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your partner, and then then it affects intimacy. That's the issue. I feel like that happens
far too often, probably. And I think a part of it is the space being new. Like Dr. Niche said, like, what is happening, first of all, and then second of all, what do I even do about it? So there is a certain vulnerable, how do you say, help me out, y'all?
Vulnerability.
You said that. Okay. It ain't too much it is. You have to really be able to open up to your partner and share things like that. And that's tough, especially for a man when that ego's involved, to just be like, it ain't rock like it used to be. I don't know why. Like, that's tough. But even on the flip side for women, if it's not juicy as it used to be, like, those are hard conversations to have, but they have to be had, because if you locked in with your partner, y'all just gonna find solutions, period.
Yeah. And I think that at 40, another thing that I've learned is that we have to have these conversations. Like, at this point, and y'all can say what y'all want to say, not y'all, but anybody, we got to get over this not having the hard conversations, right? Like, we've been hiding behind, this is hard for me to say, this is hard for me to say, so you don't say it. Because at 40, it might be hard. There's also a reward for that, and there's also a risk to it as well. Like, you just never know what the reward may be. So not having the conversation, and your partner is like, you know what I'm saying? It's crickets and shit. Like, no, we got to have those conversations. And I get that it can be hard, but life is, you're supposed to get to know yourself the more that you grow, and the more that you grow in age. So let's have those conversations.
I feel like those sirens we hear is somebody.
I was just about to say,
they shit ain't working. It's 911 if you ain't getting ready for the.
That's just confirmation that what she's saying is valid and true. Period. Like, you have to have the hard talks. It's like, you don't have no time to be hiding behind no walls. It's time to take them bricks down and have those talks. Period. But I love a good hard conversation. You could actually, at this age, miss me with the aimless chit chat. I honestly have no interest in roundabout talk. I want to talk about the hard stuff.
Yes, let's talk. So I got a question for y'all. So at 40, or being in your 40s, what have you given yourself permission to do? whether that be start over, become less afraid, build, create. What have you given yourself permission to do?
That's cute.
I love that.
That's
You
cute.
know what? I think the most important thing for me was slowing down. And I feel like it goes over so many people's heads, young and old, just because the way our world is set up and things that you are taught to believe are true and right to do.
Mhm.
I reject all of it. And I gave myself permission to just slow down. Why am I speeding through life? And what am I chasing exactly?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just giving myself permission to be in the moment every single day. As soon as I open
Mhm.
my eyes, I don't gotta hurry up and do shit.
Actually.
Actually, it's funny because I was thinking along the same lines, taking breaks, giving myself permission to not overwork. And what's crazy is I didn't have to do it before. But to
Mhm.
your point, chasing things, and I look back and I'm like, man, you'll get everything you want. You'll buy all the shit you want, and then look up and be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I did all that,
Mhm.
this, and this. And
yeah,
so I think once you check those boxes, I always tell people, um, adulting, for one, you always solving a problem and you always making a decision. But more
yeah.
importantly, it's about the long haul because you're gonna be a kid until you're 18. Okay. And then you're gonna be an adult from 18 to 99, however long you plan on being around here. And so
Mhm.
it's for the long haul. So you have to learn how to sustain, maintain your mental health, your physical health, your financial health,
Mhm.
your relationships. Like it becomes the long haul. And you have to find ways to keep yourself grounded, keep
Yeah.
yourself healthy, keep yourself strong. Because you're gonna have to keep doing, it changes, but in essence, it's the same shit we doing for the next what if it
Over, over
Mhm.
and over. And to
Yeah.
your point, Dr. Love, that just brought this to mind, like the chase. What I find is that married people want to be single, single people want to be married, famous people want to be unknown, unknown people want to be famous. It's just like I could go on and on because the grass always looks
Yeah.
greener. That's another lesson that
Yeah.
my
Mhm.
40s have taught me. The grass is greener where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the lesson. Otherwise, you're on this hamster wheel
Yeah.
chasing things, and not just material things, chasing things, chasing people, chasing status
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to get it and then realize
I don't want that shit.
this ain't at all what it was. So I think the lesson is just realizing that the grass is beautiful and green where you water it,
Mhm.
where you are.
Yeah.
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 Go ahead, Dr. Niche, because I was going to
For
ask you.
me, I think what I've given myself permission to do is to be okay when I'm not in alignment with people, places, or things.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not in alignment, I'm okay with that. And I don't try to, I used to try to hold on to like, no, I just got waited out a little bit longer. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you we're gonna end up on this right path. And
No.
that's true in some instances, but I want to be at every stage of my life around people and in spaces and with things that are in alignment with who I am. So I've
I
given
love
myself
that.
that permission.
I love that. And not trying to fix everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I don't have to fix everything and everybody.
Mhm.
Yet another lesson. Y'all know what? We should have been making a
Yeah.
list and
Lessons
checking it twice
learned.
because the lessons is listen, these is gems. Them gems that we was talking about getting dropped, they are
Mhm.
being dropped. Like I should have been taking notes.
That's fine. We can run it back. That's what we recorded.
Yeah.
The
So
beauty of YouTube.
let me ask, I ain't trying to pivot if y'all not ready, but do we have a letter this week?
Oh, we do. We do.
Oh, is it good?
This went too fast, y'all. It's already time for that group chat. For
No.
that group chat.
It's about that time.
Let's jump right into it then. Because this baby needs some help.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We
Okay.
got you, sis. We got you.
Sure do. While you putting that letter up, look, one more thing I appreciate about 40s is that apparently in your 40s you were auntie, and I am okay with that. I love that. Uh-oh, I'm seeing some comments pop up now, y'all. We sorry. We
Uh-oh.
sorry.
I ain't seen
We
nothing.
sorry.
What's
What's up, Professor Carter?
the grass is
That's
green.
the other side got turf. Hey, at least it'll be clean.
I love that, Jay White. Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong. My yang is crazy.
He is no mess.
I am done.
Okay.
We got our listener letter. Let's
All right.
big
Y'all
comment.
ready? Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. She says, "Hey, ladies. I'm
Hey, girl.
43, newly divorced with 2 teenagers. I obviously spent most of my adult life being a wife and a mom. Now that my marriage is over, I feel like I'm standing in the middle of my life with no idea who I actually am. It gets a little messy. I met a 35-year-old who does not have kids and has never been married. He makes me feel alive in a way that I haven't felt in years. Like I'm not just someone's mom or ex wife. When I'm with him, I feel young, desired, and a little bit reckless. The problem is he doesn't want anything serious. And even though I told myself I'm okay with that, I'm getting attached to him. To make matters worse, my ex-husband is suddenly trying to reconnect. My kids are watching all of this. Part of me wants stability, part of me wants passion. Am I being selfish, or is it time for me to finally live my life? Holy smokes, baby. Off the rip, listen, you know I ain't gonna hold no bars with you. You better have a time with that 35-year-old. Have a time, baby. The ex-husband,
Time.
I wasn't expecting that.
leave the ex where he at. He your ex-husband for a reason. You are not wrong for wanting passion. That is natural. You deserve it. You have earned it. Go have a time with that man. Go have a time. That's my honest advice. Because going back to the ex-husband for the kids, that's dead. We ain't in our 40s. We ain't doing it for the kids. Do it for you. That's my advice. Docs, what y'all think? Is that too much? That's my honest.
Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. Don't do it. Okay.
What y'all
Here's
think?
my thing though. If you're getting attached to this 35-year-old, you need to go on. You do not want to have a time, but now that you've gotten attached, you're gonna have to get up out of there because you don't want to be calling his phone talking about where your ass at. You know, why you ain't talking to me?
Send them back
Why
to
you
the
being
wild.
weird to me? Like, no, honey. You have earned the right to enjoy your life. You deserve to enjoy your life. And while he makes you feel all of those things, that is proof that there are people that can make you feel that passion that you thought you lost. So when you get to a point where you're ready for something, live it up with someone who is ready for what you're ready for.
I love that. What you think, Dr. Love?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you won't have a time, but I ain't recommending no YNs in this month. I ain't recommending no YNs.
Because they come with the problem.
Why not?
You know them little gifts when they had the buck head shaking fast as hell. No problem. It's like grown men over 40 and 50 with young bitches. Okay, problems because no. I mean, to Niche point, to Dr. Niche point, if you found someone that you were interested in, that means it's mo out there. Where that came from. And I'm not saying you have to, we may have to even do, I think we did before, a show around just age. You know what I'm saying? And dating. I think it's a show on Netflix right now where people are dating and they don't know how old they are.
Yep, it is.
Fraction. They don't know how old they are. And so I'm not saying, anything against dealing with somebody that is younger, older. However, the most important thing is he ain't on nothing. He done already said, I don't want nothing
Yes, he
serious.
did.
Not attached, baby. If he was 65 and said that, you cry, move around. And my,
Mhm.
if you feel like you getting attached to one baby, then maybe you need to. Ooh,
Mhm.
saying
Mm,
if he
mm.
What's better than one?
if they not trying to settle down, then maybe you gotta, play the game too.
That part.
Yeah.
Self
I
doubt.
love it.
So
I
you
love
get
it.
them feelings out the way. You used to being with one person. You
Yeah.
gonna have to go on and get somebody. This is reminding me of a movie with Tisha Campbell, just My Life. I think that's what it was.
Mm.
My Life or something like that. It was produced by Mary J. Blige. But
I haven't seen it.
some of those things, yeah, look it up. It was good. I enjoyed it. But you gotta make sure you're doing what is best for you. And if somebody is telling you they don't want you, or they don't want anything seriously, or even if they're showing it, believe them the first time and
That's
move
good.
around.
That's good.
That part.
So listen, sis, you heard the docs, and I think that's great advice. Just get you another one. Just have a couple. Have options.
She said.
You said have a couple
Nothing
few.
wrong with options. You a single woman dating single men. A little exploration is good for the soul. Jay
Mhm.
White says she's looking for stability from someone that don't want no parts of it. That
No
part is
part.
true. You got to
No
have a
part.
time, baby, feel all those amazing feelings, and then send his ass back to the wild.
Yeah.
Don't try to cage that lion. Send him back.
No
You
church.
gotta understand that everybody ain't looking for
Yeah,
all of that, to be settled down. That may
yeah.
be in you, sis, but it ain't in everybody. They may not want it.
Shut up. Doc saying even the playing field.
That's
Yeah.
what we said.
Yeah.
This my opinion. When people tell you how they want to move, you gotta, take heed.
Absolutely.
Don't
do.
think you can finesse and I'll tell you this. I feel like as far as the YNs, the reason why I was like, no, because sometimes they are attracted to, now some young men just like mature women that got their shit together. However, sometimes they're attracted to your stability. They're
Yeah.
attracted to your, career, your coin. And they're
Yep.
like, yeah, I'm tired of you little house. You know what I'm saying? I got me a cougar.
That's always begging.
You know what I'm saying? And so if he's telling you he don't want nothing serious, then that means like believe him. When people show you who they are,
Right.
Well, keep
I gotta,
as always.
thinking back, just stay away from them young niggas. Just stay away from them.
Give us an update, honey. But we wish you the best as always. I know it's serious. This is your life, and it's tough to make those decisions. But I think you got some good advice from the three of us combined. But at the end of the day, you gotta choose. You gotta decide.
You got you.
So
Yep.
keep us posted.
Okay.
Well, we on. Pull over that.
Pull up channel. Pull up that. Do that. So okay. So we're gonna spin it. I feel like the pull-up challenges have been like particular for certain groups of people. So y'all just wait for it. If it ain't your turn, it's all good.
That's true.
But if you are over 40 or you're getting close, tell us what that's like. Like this pull-up challenge is more so communicating with us. What is that like for you? Are you afraid? Are you excited? And so the challenge is for you just to explore, like, what does aging feel like and look like for you? And maybe we can do a part 2. I think we should talk about, different ages and dating and stuff like that, or even, different ages and marrying. However, I want y'all to think about, what is this experience like for you? And the challenge is tell us.
That's the hard part.
We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. So if you watch this later and you're getting a little mature and you have some thoughts or some things have occurred in your life that feel a little different, reach out to us and we could do a part 2. Talk about this process.
I love it. And you know what? I would love to hear from the fellas. Absolutely. Over 40.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you fine as wine? Or are you drunken dragon? I'm just playing. I make that shit up.
You know,
What is drunken dragon? I don't know.
they be going through it, so I want to hear
What is aging like for you all? And it's something to celebrate. I will say, life, especially experiencing just a significant amount of loss over my lifespan. Like, life is precious, and every day we get a chance to grow, mature, love, live. Like,
yes,
yeah, it's something to celebrate.
It is. It's definitely something to celebrate for sure.
Well, we done made it down to the wire.
We did. Look, everybody that pulled up with us on this random Wednesday, we appreciate that.
Yes.
But we need a favor though. Do us a favor.
For sure. Don't keep this episode to yourself, because we're not coming on Friday. So that means that this is your episode for this week. So tell your people to catch the replay, tag them in it. And also let us know, in addition to the pull-up challenge, let us know what you expected if you're in your 40s, what you expected from 40, and if those expectations have come true.
Yes. And speaking of, I did have someone, Mr. John B. He volunteered to be one of our guests. If we do a show, he's interested in talking about the difficulty men have with dating.
I would love that.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm just like, we live in this is a man's world. That's my opinion. However, he feels something different. So if you have a topic idea, if you want to hop on with us, we like guests. We like to talk to people. You can get on camera, leave your do-rag on, leave your bonnet on. We don't care. Show out. Hit us up. You can email us. Hit us up on IG. If you have an idea or you want to join, we're going to send you the link and we're going to get it popping.
Period. Well, until next time, y'all.
Yep.